What's up guys, this is Eddie. Welcome to a new video. This video is all about electric DPS loadout and rotation after StatsRevamp's GU73. And there are tons of loadouts on YouTube. I'm not gonna say they suck because they don't. Electric is pretty balanced power, but I have added a little bit of something in the loadout which is helping me a lot to keep up with other DPSs. And I'm not saying I'm the best. There is always gonna be someone who's gonna beat me, and there's always gonna be someone who's gonna beat you. So that being said, let's look at this week's DPS rating. And it's pretty much the same as the last week. Electric is on the top, Rage is number 2, because there has been no update or any kind of hotfix to the powers, so it's pretty much the same thing right now. And other than sorcery, all powers are doing pretty great. So that being said, let's get started. Alright guys, as always, we're gonna start with the gear and stats and everything and the mods. So right now I am 213 CR and 18,727 might. This is a might based power, so we're gonna focus on might. And I am using might in red sockets, might and power in yellow sockets, and might and health in blue sockets. Other than that, it's pretty much simple stuff. I have a straight might in blue socket for chest as well, because I didn't need the precision. I was fire before, but you might want to get might and health in blue socket as like on both. And for the tactical mods, it's pretty much same thing: blast adopter, escalating might, core strength, berserker, and maximum damage. This is the pretty standard stuff. Now you can use extended supercharge for this loadout, and it basically is the same thing. With core strength you gain additional 2% additional damage, and with extended supercharge you're gonna get 1 extra supercharge. So it basically is the same thing. You're not gonna lose or gain anything, so it's up to you. And that being said, let's look at the stat points. We are gonna spec for bow, and we have to get the weapon mastery for the martial arts. So get all these combos, and don't forget to get the smoke bomb mastery, because this is OP right now, everybody knows that. And under super speed, flight, or whatever, just get this one. If you have extra skill points later, you can get these 5 for extra power or breakout ability. But for this loadout, I would suggest just go for the super speed, flight, or acrobat, whatever you have, this thingy. And under stat points, we are gonna go for super powered, we're gonna go for critical attack chance, critical attack damage, and we're gonna get all might and power. And if you have extra skill points, which you should, and you are gonna put everything else in precision. So basically we are trying to max out all the DPS stats for this loadout. Now let's look at the loadout. The loadout is pretty much same as, I don't know, maybe some of the people have shared it before, but it is a good loadout. So arc lightning is your first one. Basically it electrifies your enemies with the power interaction. Now let me tell you one thing first. There are 2 power interactions with electricity. One is it electrifies the enemy, and other one is it polarizes the enemy. The polarization is not that effective. It's not doing that great as a damage. So we are going with the electrifies the enemy, that power interaction. So this one is basically you can say it's your burst damage, and it also heals you a small amount when you use it. Electrifies the enemy. This is your damage over time, electrogenesis, and it puts an aura on the enemies, and it stays up for like around 8 to 10 seconds basically, and 12 seconds is a cooldown. So yeah. And electrocute, it's also damage over time. It's a damage pool, so it's restricted to a certain area, but it does additional damage when you pop up this one on electrified enemies. So this is also damage over time. Number 3 is Tesla ball. This is also damage over time. It does additional damage on electrified enemies. Basically when you pop it, you will see a ball coming down from the above on the ads, and it does basically around 600 to 1500 per tick, and it stays up for only 6 seconds, so that's a pretty good power. Voltaic blast is your burst damage. It does additional damage on unelectrified enemies, you can see over there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's burst damage, so only 1 tick. And the circuit breaker, now this is super awesome. I have been trying to run with Venom Boost. As you know, it is my favorite supercharge right now, but Circuit Breaker is doing pretty awesome right now, and the reason I am using this is it has a cooldown of 15 seconds, while Venom Boost has, I think, less kind of cooldown, or maybe 45 seconds. No, never mind, I'm confused. So yeah, but Circuit Breaker is doing additional damage, more damage than Venom Boost, and it's a pretty awesome supercharge. So, but that being said, one more thing we need to look for is, as you can see, I have this head mod which is called Supercharge Circuit Breaker 3. It grants 5% supercharge back to you when you use Electricity Circuit Breaker. So try to get this head mod, and it will help you with the electricity damage DPS. And you, like, even if you have the extended supercharge with this one, and on top of that you get this one, you will always have supercharge ready to go. So that being said, let's look at the rotation, and please don't mind my inventory, I know it's messed up. So yeah, let's look at the rotation. Electricity can be a little bit confusing because of the timings of the cooldown on the loadouts. Now this one is 3 seconds, this one is 6 seconds, this one is 3 seconds, but obviously when you pop this one, you are gonna be wasting time on, like, not wasting time, but using time to pop this, and then you pop this one. So by the time that one you pop this Tesla ball, the arc lightning is gonna be ready. So basically it's very confusing to do this, but this loadout is it's kind of 1 2 3 4 5, and the problem with electricity is that it's very random. It's not consistent damage. Now, like, at one time arc lightning is gonna do like 1000 damage, the other time it's gonna do 12,000 damage, so it depends on your luck. So, and that being said, let's just get started. 1 2 3 4 5, and then you're gonna go for 1 4 and 5. So it's gonna look like this: 1 2 3 4 5, sorry, 1, and then you're gonna go for bow mastery, and then 1 2. Well, yeah, you get the idea, right? I'm gonna do it again. It's 16,258 damage per second, and it can go higher and it can go way lower because it depends on your luck, to be honest. But yeah, electricity is kind of that kind of power. So all right, let's do it again. It's basically 1 2 3 4 5, and then you go for 1, and then you go for smoke bomb mastery. Now there are other weapons you can use. You can go for hand blaster, what's it called, meteor blast. So you can use that one, meteor blast, right? It works pretty awesome when you are done with 1 2 3 4 5. And but the problem is smoke bomb mastery is hitting a lot right now, right? So why not just use that, and because it is doing additional damage, so why not add this to your DPS loadout? This is pretty awesome loadout. It works really good in the raids. Now what you're gonna do is basically, you can see 2 and 3 are damage over time, 1 4 and 5. 1 5 are basically your burst power, so, and 4 is a damage over time, but it has a very small cooldown. So when you are on ads, try to use 1 4 5 more than 2 and 3, right? So you have to decide, you have to be smart about that, and you have to choose which power to use. So, and I would prefer, like, if you are on ads which have less health than any other raid or bosses, obviously, try to use 1 4 5 and then go for the weapon mastery, smoke bomb mastery. So because this is all burst power, and you see it's 9,000, 4,000, 3,000 damage on on each ad, and it goes up to like 20,000, 40,000. So that's pretty good for ads. And when you are on bosses, go for this 1 2 3 4 5 1 5 rotation. And okay, one thing you might be saying that it's pretty random, like 1 2 3 4 5 and then 1 4 5 and then 5 1 and then 4. Yeah, it is kind of random, but at some point when you're putting weapon mastery in between your rotation, when everything is on cooldown, it is gonna get back to the start, so you will be able to use 1 2 3 4 5 again. So that being said, let's do it one more time. 1 2 3 4 1, weapon mastery, 5, 1, 4, 5, and everything is on cooldown, out of cooldown. Yeah, 3 and 4 and 5 and back to 1, and then weapon mastery, and so 15,000 and then 13,000. So you see it varies, but yeah, you get the idea. Damage is pretty awesome. So now what? Yeah, one more thing. I need to add one more thing. Circuit breaker. The reason we got the head mod, and the reason I am suggesting extended supercharge mod instead of core strength, that is up to you though, but it can help a little bit. But yeah, you need to get the head mod. Is that like the more you use circuit breaker, the more damage you're gonna do. Circuit breaker helps a lot. Like if you at the beginning of the raid, if you don't have circuit breaker, if you don't have supercharge ready, you might be as like 4th DPS, but as soon as you pop circuit breaker, even if everybody else is popping the supercharges, you are gonna be top DPS. So make sure your supercharge is ready before you go into the raid, and make sure you can pop it as much as possible. So, and yeah, I like to pop my supercharge, or I like to clip my supercharge with my trinket, because that helps a lot. So what I do is I go for the power interaction, that is 1, right? I pop on my damage over time, I go do my supercharge, and then I do this, and then I do this, and then I do this. 17,000 and 8,000, right? So you can see it's already at 22,000 damage per second, because with supercharge the damage output is increased, and also you get more crits out of the supercharge. So, and it's over. So 22,000 twice. That's pretty awesome amount for a supercharge. So pop supercharge as much as you can and use that mod. And this is pretty much it, guys. Like there is nothing more to add in this loadout. It's pretty simple loadout. And yeah, if you are going to range on ads, like let's say you are in elite raid and you don't want to go for smoke bomb mastery, this combo Aerostorm works pretty well. So you can do Aerostorm instead of the smoke bomb, or you can just get the hand blasters if you want. So it works pretty simple. 1 2 3 4 5 1, and Aerostorm, and 5 is ready. So 1 4 5, and then back to 1 2 3 and 5. So everything is ready again. So yeah, this is it, guys. I'm gonna leave you with a demonstration in the raid, how I do it. And if you have any questions, just comment in the comment section below. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you guys later.